Hello, students. This is Mr. Thanos, one of your assistant principals, and I'm here to talk to you today about what you can do with your PSAT results and how you can best be prepared for the SAT that is coming up on April 13th. So, you should be receiving your PSAT results, and then you should have about 6 weeks to 2 months to be able to prepare for the SAT. And you've heard time and time again why this SAT is important for both college going purposes, if you're going to go to a technical school, any advancement that may be taking place for you to advance your academic career. So we want to make sure that you're as prepared as possible for that test when it arrives on Tuesday, April 13th. You should be receiving your score report. Your score report should look a lot like this. On the front side, you'll see a website that you can go to get even more detailed results, and I can show you what some of that may look like in a second. Again, these are your results from the PSAT that you took back on April 14th. Once you get to your second page, you'll see a number of things. First, you'll see your total score. You'll see what percentile, that is the ranking that you have compared to all students that took the PSAT nationwide. This is a nationwide test, and where you rank in terms of those students. You'll have your score for the evidence-based reading and writing. That's more of the English reading writing portion. And you'll have your math score. Again, you'll see your percentiles in each of those. You'll see that the benchmark for this particular test for evidence-based reading and writing was 460 for evidence-based reading and writing and a 510 for the math. What the benchmark means is that you are college and career ready. It is saying that you are ready for the next step after high school, no matter what that may be for you. If you hit that benchmark, it means that you'd be prepared and on track to be able to get a C in your freshman level English and math courses at a four-year university. As you can see, this student scored slightly above benchmark in both the evidence-based reading and writing and the math. You can see a score that is broken down into reading, math, and writing and language. This particular student is able to look at these different scores and be able to tell what they should spend the majority of their time preparing for and which area they'd be spending the majority of their time preparing for so that they can boost their score before that April 13th test date. In this particular case, they would want to spend their time working on their grammar or their writing and language score. You can see over here, again, the website that you can go to be able to look at more strengths and weaknesses and how you can get personalized practices. This is a breakdown of what it would look like if you were going to be using Khan Academy, which we will talk about in a second. The next couple pages are things that you can read that would tell you a little bit more about what your score means. First is the National Merit Scholarship qualifying score. That is for a major scholarship that students can earn if they have an extremely high score on their PSAT. The one that you really want to pay attention to is on this final screen, where it gives you a breakdown based on your results of how you did on the different questions in the PSAT test. It'll show you the number of correct answers, the number of incorrect answers, and the total questions in each of these different sections. You can see the reading, then the writing and lang, then you had the math with calculator and your math without calculator. It shows the difficulty, one block being easy, two blocks being medium, three blocks being hard, and it shows whether you got the correct answer or what you answered and what was the correct answer. This can be an extremely powerful tool when you're preparing for the SAT, and it's actually the most powerful tool you have. Linked below this video on YouTube, and also in your hands if you held onto your score booklet and your teachers have availability to this as well, is a folder called PSAT Review Students Fall 20. This has the copy of the test that you guys took on this particular day back in the fall. So I could go to the test booklet that you guys had here. And again, this is linked below the video link here, and your teachers have this copy as well. I can review the different passages and I can go look at these questions. So if I'm this particular student, I can look at question 1 here in the reading passage, and I can go back and see that I got question 1 correct. Likewise, when I get down here, I see that question 6 was a hard question that I answered C, but the correct answer was A. So again, I can go back to that folder and I can go down to question 6 and I can see what it was that I got incorrect on that question, and I can use that to my benefit. The number one way that you can prepare for the SAT is going back over your PSAT results and seeing why you missed the questions you did. Sometimes there may be silly mistakes, but there's a lot of skills that will align, and they will be a direct alignment from your PSAT to your SAT. This score report, by using this, you're able to go through the skills that you struggled in the most, see where you're at and where you compare, able to set goals, and able to make sure that you're prepared for April. Other things that are available to be able to help you, again, is this folder where you can click on each of the different sections of the test and review how you did in these different sections. We have it broken down by each of the 4 sections. And again, your teachers have this link, but it is also linked below this video here. You can go through your reading results, the writing and lang, as well as the math with calculator, math without calculator. In addition, on your score report, one of the things that it shows is how much your score would grow if you practiced on Khan Academy. Khan Academy, as you guys may remember, because we got you guys logged into it in fall of your sophomore year, is a very powerful tool that allows you to do personalized practice based on the skills you need. So if I got my score report and I saw that I struggled most in writing and lang, I can go to Khan Academy and it'll show me what specific skills I struggled with, and it'll give me practice specifically for that. Say I struggled with my comma placement. I'll get personalized practice on that so that I can drive up my score. This particular student could increase their performance from the PSAT to the SAT by 120 points in just 10 or more hours of practice on Khan Academy. Your teachers will tell you, and I will tell you, that 120 points is a major difference between you being able to go to the school that you want, but also a major difference in terms of you being able to get scholarship money or have any door open that you may want after school. So this Khan Academy is a very powerful tool that you can use. As a reminder, you will go to satpractice.org. Once you get in here, many of you already have an account made because of your experience when we set you up last spring. So you'll go ahead and log in with Google. Once you get in to your SAT practice, it has already synced up your PSAT score. So what you can do is click Let's Go. This will take you to your dashboard, which will allow you to set up your practice schedule. Once you go through and set up this practice schedule, you guys are going to be taking the SAT on April 13th. I'm not going to take any email reminders, and I'm not going to do any practice tests. Once you guys set up this practice plan, and I'm going to set my reminders so that I get them right early in the morning. Once you guys set up this practice plan, it will allow you to practice the different skills that you want to, whether you want to bolster your EBRW score or your math score. If I'm looking at my score report, I'm going to see If I'm looking at my score report, I'm going to see that my EBRW score is slightly lower. And again, I wanted to practice my writing and lang. So I'm going to go and I would choose to practice my reading and writing. You can click on that. It'll give you 10 questions a day. By doing that for more than 10 hours, this particular student would raise their score an average of 120 points, which is a major difference. Other resources beyond Khan Academy that we have to be able to prepare for the test is that you can log into your College Board account, which all of you guys have created, and see more information on what your score was in the PSAT and more information on what's available in terms of resources to be able to prepare for the test. Finally, one of the great resources that we offer here at CSH at Chatfield is our SAT boot camps. This is still under construction, but this gives you a good idea of what our boot camps are going to look like. So you guys should be receiving your results back here at the end of February. Many of you have opted into taking the additional practice test on February 26th. If you are interested in an additional practice test, please see Mr. Thanos in the main office and he can get you set up to be able to take that practice test on the 26th. Then we will start our boot camps. We're going to do tips and tricks boot camps where you're just learning about the test and learning different tips that you can take. We'll be offering those the week of the 8th to the 11th. And then we'll have specific sessions broken down every single day, Monday through Thursday after school for math and for English in a hybrid format at different times so that you can figure out what works for you to be able to practice these skills. These are going to be specifically SAT based. They will give you specific SAT questions, and this is a la carte. So you can choose which sessions you want to go to be able to bolster your score. So we've provided you with a variety of options. We hope that you'll review your score report, that you will go to Khan Academy, log in, set your practice schedule, and be able to start practicing. Again, 10 hours can make a major difference in your score. That you may log into College Board and see the different resources that you have, and then that you'll come to the SAT boot camp. Remember, the number one thing that you can do to prepare for the SAT is to listen to your teachers. Your teachers will likely give you guidance on how you could review some of these questions and see which questions you missed. But they also have tons of information regarding how you can best be prepared for the test. So show up every day, listen to what they have to say, and ultimately you'll be prepared and ready to go for the SAT on April 13th to make sure that all your doors are open after you finish up school. Thank you.